I have to say it is quite difficult to put a ski slope on the top of a functioning power plant. So when I finally took the first few turns down the ski slope, I was very relieved that finally we got at least this far. We're basically standing on the roof of what is essentially a waste-to-energy power plant that converts the waste of metropolitan Copenhagen into district heating and electricity. Copenhagen is a classic example of what we like to call hedonistic sustainability. This idea that sustainable cities and buildings are not only good for the environment, they are also more enjoyable for the people inhabiting them. It was clear that it was going to be the cleanest waste-to-energy power plant in the world. And we came up with the idea that when you have no toxins coming out of the chimney, suddenly you can turn the roof of this gigantic structure into a park. So we realized we actually had the opportunity to make the first alpine ski mountain in Denmark. Whenever something has not been done before, there's probably a good reason. We had a cascade of dilemmas. You can see behind us, you have steam being let out between the trees. Normally a power plant is designed so if there's an overpressure inside it, the roof can blow up. But you can't really do that when you have skiers. So in this case, the facades are going to pop out if there is an overpressure. And the power plant is a publicly owned private company. So therefore it's not allowed to run a ski slope. So the way it works now is that there is a foundation and it rents for a very cheap rent the roof from the power plant. So in that sense we had to go through quite a few steps to make this kind of a fantasy into reality. We're standing here 10 years after we did the competition. I spent you know, like more than like almost a quarter of my life trying to make this happen.
Bjarke Ingels is well known for operating in the tension field between pragmatism and utopia, creating welcoming spaces, whether it's big city apartment blocks or the Pegasus pod for Virgin's upcoming Hyperloop. His architecture firm has even submitted plans for a prototype of a city suitable for sustaining life on Mars. And not content with conquering 2 planets, Bjarke Ingels was also selected to help design humanity's first home on the moon.
Right now we are working with a 3D printing company called Icon and NASA to actually imagine and develop and design the technology with which we can actually go to the moon as part of the Artemis program in the end of the 20s and start building the first permanent habitat, the first village on the surface of the moon using the material that is available there, which is moon dust.
In March, it was announced that Ingels will join the European Union's new European Bauhaus initiative, a project that will help deliver the European Green Deal and move Europe towards a circular economy.
The whole notion of circular economy is to eliminate all the dead ends each time you have a byproduct. Pollution is essentially a byproduct that has not yet been identified as a resource. So I think by breaking down the silos and allowing something to travel from one sector over into another sector, you can create incredible opportunities. I think if sustainability remains this kind of Protestant concept that you have to endure because it is the right thing, like cold showers in the morning. I live on a houseboat and once in a while my heating strikes and after like 2 or 3 days of cold showers you really long for some modern commodity. The positive side effect of clean technology is that suddenly a power plant doesn't have to be a negative, and I think that's why clean technology is not only the right thing, it's also the more desirable thing, and that is why eventually it will win.